It was good, everybody. It's your boy Kama. We back with another. Um, well, as you can see in our video, it's live, man. It's a lot of subjects. I'm gonna post. I'll probably be here for half an hour. I'll post a link in the comments so anybody pop in. Want to come and say they get their opinion on the subject. But there you go. All right, but yeah, it's a lot of topics going on, and like I said, sometimes it take more time editing the video and doing saying what you want to say. I'd rather just put it on the live stream, and yeah, I think it's easier, man. I got a little free time right now. My 2 year olds and they're taking a nap, so why not? Why not go live and tap in real quick? But first thing I want to touch on is, man, this whole Brian Flores situation, right? I think it's crazy. I think it's something that's been going on for years. Undoubtedly, now I think you get more and more people coming out because it only sometimes it only takes one person to be the face of the movement. You know what I'm saying? So now you get more and more people coming out telling their stories and things of that nature. I mean, when you take discrimination and racism out the game, ultimately it's better for everybody because there's no reason that, especially when people doing things as blatant as I know I already hired this guy, but to save face, I'm gonna interview you. I mean, at some point, like it's not fair. It's not fair at all because you're not even like you basically just saying I'm not taking you serious. I don't care what your resume look like. I don't care what your credentials is. I don't care what your plan is to fix the team. You're not taking them serious. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like I mean, everybody deserves to be on the level playing field. I seen reports that John Elway was reportedly late, and I think somebody said he was drunk or something during the meeting. Like, he didn't take it serious when he interviewed for the Broncos. I mean, if these things is true, this is definitely like I ain't gonna say if we all know that is majority of these things is true. Um, like it's really messed up. You got some real good coaches and real good offensive coordinators, people of color in these spots. Like, there's no excuse why coordinators such as Eric Bieniemy shouldn't be at the top of people's lists. Brian Flores was a I saw at the person, and you get these guys who want to tank, and it's believable because us as fans, right? Us as fans, like I'll take you back to the 2020 season with Dallas. Once Dak went down, my opinion, I was saying, what are we fighting for? Like, what are we fighting for? We know we're not good enough to without our quarterback to possibly upset anyone in the playoffs. We knew that the winner of the NFC East was just going to go on to the playoffs and get demolished by the then Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Bucks. So I was the one on board, like, man, I don't know why we still fighting. Let's try to get the as highest pick as possible. Even though it worked out for us with Michael Parsons and things of that nature. But so it's not far fetched to hear an owner say, yo, I'm gunning for this guy, or even a report saying, I want this quarterback. Let's break rules. Let's break the rules and bend the rules. Let's go have a conversation with this guy. I mean, it's not far fetched, and you could like a lot of them things are very believable. So, like, you look at a franchise like Miami, who's been down for a long time. You really think it's far fetched that somebody would bend the rules and go bend bend the guidelines to go have meetings with people to try to pull off a deal behind the scenes and things of that nature? No, because at the end of the day, franchises that struggle, you're trying to do. At the end of the day, you get a little desperate, and this foul that we get these things where Hugh Jackson spoke up and said the same thing happened to him. They offered him bonuses up to 100,000 for him to tank. And what happens is they hire the black coaches. They hire the black coaches and then pay them to tank for the first year or two to get a good draft pick, and then they turn around and fire you because your record is terrible and the team wasn't progressing. I mean, to me, like a blind man can see that that's terrible. Me as a black man, it's something that's like it gotta be fixed, man. I like hopefully when the hammer comes down and people are forced to, I mean, some people probably did things so egregious that they're probably gonna be forced to sell their team. We don't know how far deep this runs because it's basically saying, okay, I picked my guy. I picked my guy, but you know what? We gonna play mind games with these other guys, basically making them think they got a chance, even though you know I got. Now, when the Giants hired their GM, let me say this: when the Giants hired their GM, me personally, I don't like they both came from Buffalo, him and the coach. I like me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with saying once I'm in position, I feel like you got the tools and I'm gonna give you a shot and this and that. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but what I do feel like there's something wrong with just leading people on and just when you just interviewing people to meet a quota, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's not like when you interviewing people to meet a quota is something like it's not like these guys not qualified, right? I mean, let's call a spade a spade. New England had one of the worst offenses in the league this year without Tom Brady and things of that nature. They wasn't good last year neither. Josh McDaniels had no problem with walking out and getting his first interview equals a job, right? I mean, some people would call it rap sheet and his resume and things of that nature. That's cool, but Eric Bieniemy done been to two straight Super Bowls in the AFC Championship game, working with Patrick Mahomes. While he don't get that same credit, I don't even see him get interviews and things of that nature. But I mean, maybe maybe he wants to stay and he's content with Kansas City. He's happy there. We never know. So but it's speculation. I'm just glad that these things are out, and now it's going to force them to fix things that need to be fixed, basically. So I'm not mad at it at all, man. Yeah, but so now Tom Brady, the GOAT, officially retires, man. I seen the picture when they symbolizing the end of an era, and it's crazy. One thing about football and sports in general is the transition from superstars is like it happens right under your eyes, and it's like yo, it's really crazy to think that in today's NFL, there's no more the guys you grew up watching, the Drew Breeses, the Ben Roethlisbergers, the Tom Brady's, the Peyton Manning's, the Philip Rivers, the Eli Manning. All these guys are no longer in the league, and it's really been a passing of the guard. But I mean, that's not saying that the game is not in good hands. You got Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl, a young guy. You got Justin Hubert over there. You got like a ton of people. Like you got a nice little bit of young quarterbacks that's holding it down, so to speak. So salute to Tom Brady. He the GOAT undoubtedly. I don't think there's no question. I don't think what he has done will ever be accomplished because teams would be good for a 4 or 5 season window, but to make it to win 7 rings yourself, and I think altogether he's been to 11 to 12 Super Bowls. I don't think that's like those numbers are unheard of in football. It just really is, man. And like I said, I wish him the best, man. But let's get into a little NFC East news, right? Um, the Washington Commanders. Um, the Washington Commanders unreleased their uniforms and logo and their new name. Um, I mean, that's just crazy to me. I don't like. I get what they did though, like trying to make a play on, like you got the Washington Capitals and the Washington Nationals and things of that nature. Like try something about the nation's capital and honoring the soldiers and things of that nature. I get what they tried to do. Um, it just sounds a little corny, right? Like it sounds like uh XFL team, some Arena Football League team, man. But like, I mean, maybe as years go on, you get used to it. And you don't care, like you don't care, like. But it's, I mean, the jerseys was like it looked a little bit more like on the college side, like the Wisconsin W. Um, I mean, it was the rebranded, man. Like you was called at this point, anything is better than being called the football team because that was just no creativity, no thought at all. Like so, anything is better than being called the football team, I guess, right? But we'll see. But we got the Giants have they're in the middle of the drama with Belichick text being leaked to Brian Flores, and I mean, but that's how you know it's a lot of BS going on behind the scenes, right? I know everybody connected to things like that, but Bill Belichick don't. He don't work for the Giants organization, right? How would you be the first one to know the news before I know it? Oh, they want you there, this, that, there. Congratulations and things of that nature. Like, it is what it is. A lot of these things be rigged, and they know who they want from the rig. They just act like to the audience they doing their due diligence and really hiring people and really considering people and things of that nature. We already know what time it is, but outside of that, Dayball, right? I think his name Dayball. They hired as they coach. See a lot of people giving him heat, looking at his resume with the guys that he worked with is not impressive. Um, I mean that's a given, but except for Josh Allen sticks out like a sore thumb. But it's true. But what I would say is, man, you gotta wait till you see it. Like it might not be overly. The resume doesn't have to be overly impressive. Because sometimes when you a coordinator somewhere, it's not really your voice. You're doing what the organization has instructed you to do. You're not really you're not really calling the shots, so to speak. So if the owner, the GM, or the coach told you, "Yo, we doing this and we going in this direction of the team," you got to follow suit. So you get to run the show. Obviously, they trust him the right the ship. So I mean, you just got to wait and see. There's a lot of things. Like I was one of the people that was bashing Nick Sirianni this year when he got hired for the Eagles. I mean, they made the playoffs. I don't. That's still not saying that he's a great coach or a great coach or anything like that, but he made the playoffs. They made a little improvements. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta wait and see, man. Like, gotta wait and see. I mean, they GM does have a history of they come from an organization. I mean, they haven't won anything in Buffalo, but you do come from an organization that does things the right way, so to speak. Like they're good at drafting. They great at picking. They got stud corners, linebackers, and they got all types of weapons on offense. I mean, even though the weapons on the offense they mostly were acquired, but that's part of being the GM as well. So we a lot of stuff is remain to be seen, man. So it's I mean I know a lot of Giants fans is on edge because of it seemed like the same old thing, but I mean all you can do is hope for the best, man. All you can do is hope for the best outcome. Nobody really knows what anybody's capable of until they put the product on the field. So that's all we could do. Um, let's move on to the Eagles, man. See, the Eagles, I think one thing I know is about the Eagles, right? So, because I follow a lot of NFC East content. Period. It don't matter if it's the Giants, Cowboys, Commanders now, Eagles. One thing I'm starting to notice is a lot of Eagles fans like watching the performances of this these playoffs. Like I started to see a lot of Eagle fans starting to shift and jump ship on should we take a quarterback in the draft and things of that nature. Should we do this and should we do that? Is he the answer? And I hear some people say if he don't deliver this year, get rid of him. But coming into last season or during the season, you couldn't tell anybody anything about Jalen Hurts. A lot of people thought he was oh no, he's this. We gonna just keep building and we this and that. See, me personally, I've never been a Jalen Hurts hater. I just never thought he would be a great quarterback because I felt that way since Alabama. I feel like he was who he was. Even this year, he still showed me the limitations that I thought he would have, like read the defense, and that's how it includes read the defense and deliver the ball on time and able to like not break in the pocket early. He showed the same things. Like I'm not saying the guy can't improve, but I just don't see him being. I don't see his ceiling as a passer getting much higher than what it is now. And sometimes your skill set is your skill set. I mean, I just think it is what it is. I just think your skill set is your skill set, and he's not a natural thrower of the football. I see people putting up stats and trying to compare him to Josh Allen early years, who came to Buffalo with basically nothing, and he was just running the ball, and they didn't really have any weapons around him, anything of that nature. It wasn't until what year three that he got. It wasn't until year three that he got Cole Beasley. Then he got Stephon Diggs. Then they drafted Davis. Now, then they just signed Emmanuel Sanders this year. Like it wasn't until the later years when he actually got things to work with. So I don't feel like that's a fair comparison. The Eagles have spent a second round pick on the running back in the past few years, two first round picks on the wide receivers, a second round pick on a wide receiver. Now whether they panned out or not, but is that's not the case. I mean, that's a different story. But they have spent the equity on the offense. They are historically had a good offensive line. I mean, I allowed them running the ball this year, so it's like next year we're gonna see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like next year is kind of like a sink or swim. Like, do you invest in more pieces around him, or do you stick it out with the guys you got already? Me personally, I think you need to bring in a veteran wide receiver, or not. I don't know because it's like if he has deficiency delivering the ball, because let's be honest here. Being honest, Devontae Smith, he should have been over 1,000 yards. He should have had about 1,100 yards. So it's he missed him consistently on a consistent basis. So, and I'm not the biggest fan of Devontae Smith. I've seen a couple of games where he got behind the defense and he threw the ball and he had to come back and wait for it, try to make a play, and then the defense was allowed to get over there and make a play. I've seen a couple of those. So it's like it is what it is. If you bring in a different wide receivers, is it going to be a different result, or is it just a result of him needing to improve while that's holding the offense, the passing game specifically back a little bit? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say on that. But really, that remains to be seen, though. Now let's get. I'm talking about the boys a little bit. I was just in the process of watching the Will McClay. I think it was a Senior Bowl interview. See, this time of the year for us, it's interesting. I don't think I ever have concerns. It's fun looking at prospects and things of that nature that I feel like we could add to make the team better. But this time of the year, I don't really have concerns on our process. There's certain things with our franchise that I'm okay with. I'm okay with the talent evaluation. I'm okay with the drafting. You're not going to hit on every draft pick, but you can hit on some. If you get a couple of starters out each draft, you're doing something right. You're going. We good with the player personnel. We've been good with the the draft, and we even had good seasons, right? 12-5 this year wasn't nothing to sneeze at, but I think for Dallas, it's about for us. Like I'm gonna keep saying is we're on a different playing field than like the division right now. It's like for us, it's like if you look at Buffalo, right? Buffalo made it to the was it the second round? Yeah, the second round this year. I believe they made it to the AFC Championship game before. But when you look at the division, you got you got New England, you got Buffalo, you got Miami, you got the Jets. Right now, Buffalo is one of them teams that's talented from top to bottom that their only interest is when we going to punch this ticket to the Super Bowl. That's the only interest. I feel like the Cowboys have entered that space where it's like our only interest is postseason success. We know we have the talent. We know we got a good quarterback. We know we got the talent, man. We got like it's just for us. We trying to get over that hump and consistently try to punch that ticket to at least the championship round, man. Like I think that's where we at with it, and I think that's going to be the main focus. I'm not really more so too focused on this draft and things this year, but of course I will be in terms of like free agencies, things that we could do, who stays, who goes. But for us, I just think we our team it has the mindset of we gotta get over that hump. Like we need to get over that hump. Jerry Jones feels the way. He says it over and over. He said this loss hurt it more than any loss in a long time. So it's like for us, when can we stamp that ticket? Tom Brady has retired. That's one less team that's probably gonna be in contention next year. Now, like I keep saying, when we watch the Rams play who's representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, do you feel like it's impossible for us to beat the Rams? I don't. I feel like we match up well with the Rams and we could do some things against the Rams. I feel like we could beat them, they could beat us. The same way I feel about everywhere. It's just we had to show in the stick this year. We faced the team that happened to be the hot team this year and the the dark horse team that everybody felt like nobody wanted to see because they had to battle back and the run they had to go on to make the playoffs. I mean, it happens. It happened to us. It happened to us a few years ago, not a few years ago, when the Giants won their Super Bowl. We was 13-3. They came in Dallas. I mean, they beat us. We lost. We lost. I think Romo had to throw a Hail Mary at the end that was picked off. They went on to the Super Bowl. This team beat us, went on to the NFC Championship game. I think it's for us, it's just putting together a full season. Put it together. When I say put together a full season, no one cares about the. No one cares that you get there and you had you lost a shutout and we running the ball and we doing everything. You lost a shootout. I mean, we running the ball and we doing everything effective and we look like the Dallas Cowboys that we've been looking like. Nobody cares. But the problem is when you get there, then now it's all something. The play call is completely different. We're going away from what's been working. We're doing stupid things, shooting ourselves in the foot. Like that's the problem. So I think, and the roster is young. I'm excited for Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn being back. Jerry said he's gonna be. They signed to a new multi-year deal. I think Dan Quinn. I think he like with the pieces we have in this defense. I feel like the sky's the limit with the pieces that we can continue to add on this defense. I feel like the sky can be the limit. Um, Michael Parsons in year two, more understanding of offense, more understanding of what he needs to do. I think OC Odigizua, he's going to be more polished year two. You get Neville Gallimore for a full year, hopefully. We get, we said we saw Ray back. Hopefully we get D-Law. We get add some depth on the pass rushes because I think it's a couple of pass rushes that probably won't come back that's on 1 year deals, like Dorrance Armstrong and things of that nature. I mean, add depth in, see what we can come out with. Like, there's a few linebackers that I want my add, and there's a few people that's gonna be a free agent. I wouldn't mind taking a swing at. I would love to resign Malik Hooker. I think Malik Hooker. It's one of those with his injury. As the season went on, he got better and better. Like he flashes off your screen. He flashes off your screen at the point of the attack. He's making tackles for loss. He's like a missile. He's hitting people, dislodging the ball and things of that nature. Like I would love to run it back with him, but it is what it is, man. Like I'm looking forward to the season already. I'm looking forward to this trip to LA for Super Bowl weekend. I'm looking forward to it, man. The drive, everything. No nothing stop, man. It's always Cowboy Nation. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just wanted to tap in real quick and do a live. Sometimes it's easier to touch on all points in one video versus making a video that you got to edit and things of that nature. But it is what it is, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Um, grab something to eat with the wife. Always remember like, subscribe, share, salute. It's your boy Palmer. Salute. We out of here.